Hey guys, Brian here. Tonight I'm going to be reviewing the Camsafe Z15 messenger bag from Pacsafe. I've owned a couple Pacsafe bags in the past and I love their quality, I love their design, it's really minimalist, and I have to say I really like them a lot. This bag's no exception. The build quality is absolutely superb. I was having a hard time finding a lot of reviews for this bag. They don't really show it in a lot of showrooms. Even at B&H, it's kind of hard to find. So I figured I'd make a review for you guys if you kind of had this bag in your list and wanted to check it out. I'll dive into some of the features and what I think about the bag. I've had it for about a year now, put it through its paces, and I'll let you know what I think. Overall, I have to say, I love the quality of the bag. The zippers are astounding. They're really high quality. They're not really gonna catch. I hate bags where the material catches on the zipper and it kind of snags. These are really clean, really robust. You have some straps here on the outer part for a tripod. This works a little bit. It doesn't really secure the tripod too well, but if you're in a pinch, it definitely could help. Inside, there's lots of little zippered pockets and organizational pouches. I kind of like that. It's a little bit too much. Personally, I'm in between this and the Billingham Hadley Pro, where the Billingham only has two main pouches and doesn't have enough organization, where this one I feel like it has too many, where when I load the bag out completely, you kind of lose track of where things are. You're trying to remember, was it in this pocket or that pocket or this pocket? There's too many organizational pockets where it becomes unorganized. Has a little bit of a lens cloth that comes with it, tethered in here. I like that. There's a little key fob right here to attach your keys. You know, really clever design cues. Putting up the second pouch here, there's two main flaps, zippered. You could fit a 77mm filter in there with a case. Here's where the sleeve is for a full-size iPad. You cannot fit a 13-inch MacBook Pro in this sleeve. You could probably fit an 11-inch Air or something like that. Now, in the main pocket as a whole, you could drop a laptop in here, but it's really not meant to. I think I would do it in a pinch, but it's not something that I would really travel with. So they build this bag to be a travel companion, almost an EDC, and it has some security features that are really meant for traveling on longer trips or airline flights or traveling internationally. But I can't think of a single professional photographer that will travel without their laptop. The iPad's great, and I think tablets are really getting there, but they're not a total professional tool yet. So going to the main part, the top part of this bag, so you can see here, I love the way this opens. Now, I'll show you what it looks like when you have it on your shoulder. And I love how secure this is. And what's really interesting is that a lot of messenger bags that have like the flap that opens up here, and then you kind of awkwardly have to hold your elbow and then reach inside the bag. I like how this opens up from the top and flips outwards. And that's really secure. It's great for changing lenses. I like that people can't see inside your bag. On the top here, they have some zippered pouches. So you could probably stash a memory card or two, or maybe even a lens cap. Inside also, there is another slot for a tablet. So you kind of pick and choose if you want it in the front pouches or if you want it in the back part with your camera gear. I probably wouldn't stash my iPad in with my camera gear. The pouches inside and the dividers are really robust. They're extremely well padded. They're thick. It's probably one of the most secure and padded bags on the market today. I haven't really seen anything else like it, and that's what I love about this bag. It does have a boxy appearance. When you kind of put it on your shoulder, it looks like you have a really big lunchbox. But again, that adds to the security. I feel like I could drop this bag from my shoulder with my gear loaded in it, and I wouldn't really be that nervous about it. I'm not gonna try it or test it, but I think that if it actually happened by accident, I wouldn't be that concerned. On the side, I love this. You can put a water bottle in here. This actually buttons down as well. And that's really convenient. You could have it kind of stick out when you need it to, and it buttons down to be a little bit more streamlined when you don't. On the other side too, this kind of is a buckle closure. You can throw more filters in there, or extra batteries or something like that. There is a little bit of a neoprene flexible sleeve in here too. It's elastic that kind of keeps things secure. Also too, some of the security features on the strap of the bag. The strap's extremely well padded. That's one of the best straps I've ever used. This padding's thick. When you load this bag out and it's kind of heavy, you don't notice it as much because the strap has not only padding, but it's really supportive. It's got a lot of structure to it. So it really molds your shoulder well, and it spreads and distributes the weight really evenly. within the strap, there's these little, they're like metal wires that go through it. And the thought process here is that many thieves don't rip your bag from your arms like you see in the movies. A lot of times they cut the strap from you, and before you even notice what's happening, they're running away. But then, when I really think about this after owning the bag, if a thief is gonna come and cut my bag with a knife, and it doesn't actually cut, I'm probably gonna end up getting stabbed in that process. So yeah, my gear might be safe, but I'm not sure that I will be. So I'm not sure if this is actually the safest thing in the world, but you know, it is interesting and definitely does add a lot of support to the strap. As you can see, it kind of like retains its shape a little bit. That's how strong and robust it is. It's a great bag. I wouldn't travel with it. So, you know, when I go on longer trips, I would never take this on a plane. It doesn't really hold my laptop. So I really use it as a shooting bag. I think if you have a smaller kit as well, this makes a great storage solution. You could go and get those bigger, you know, Pelican cases. I have the 1510 and I love it. But if you have a smaller kit and you just want to stash this on your shelf and lock it up, that's a great solution. I think it's really good. The pricing on this is a little bit awkward. It's $200 currently US. You might be able to find it cheaper. I think the build quality is worth it. I feel like paying $200 for this bag, I got my money's worth, but it definitely isn't, it's not a well-rounded solution. So if you're looking for one bag to kind of do it all, this probably isn't the best solution. But if you have a couple different bags in your arsenal and you kind of find one for each occasion that you're shooting, this makes a lot of sense for certain occasions. It does fit a 70-200 2.8 with room to spare. You could probably fit it mounted on your body. I really don't like to travel that way, but I think if you do, it would fit. I'll show here. This is it's a Canon 5DS with a 50mm 1.2 mounted on. I also have a little L bracket. It doesn't add too much size to it, but you get a sense there. I mean, it drops in no problem. You could fit a gripped Pro DSLR in here. I've done that before. It's a little bit tight, but it will fit. And this is one of the other things that I like about this bag and what kind of caught my attention in the first place is that, you know, it does hold pro size gear. And that's one of the main reasons why I started looking at this bag. A lot of bags out there really seem to be geared towards the mirrorless market or the consumer camera DSLR, as I call them, Best Buy cameras. But this is really much geared to and can fit pro size equipment. And that's what makes it kind of interesting to me. Overall, I really like the bag. It definitely does have its quirks. It definitely does have its usage. I don't think it's really what the manufacturer intended it to be. And I think if they updated this bag with a few cues, if they just made it literally just an inch wider and just put a flap on the back to either put a laptop in, or I really like having what's called a trolley strap on the back so you could drop this on top of your rolling luggage. And this would be a perfect bag and I would take it with me everywhere. But because there's not a dedicated laptop sleeve, there's not a trolley strap, it's kind of limited to what I could use it for. The color too, this says it's actually green on the website, but it's not. I mean, it's gray. It has a little bit of a tint to it. That's a little bit the lighting. I'm wearing a gray shirt, and it's more gray than anything else. A little bit of tan, but it's definitely not green. So if you're nervous about what it looks like in the online catalog, it's more of a gray color. So that's it. This is the Camsafe Z15 from Pacsafe. I hope that helped out in your search for the perfect bag. If you have any questions or comments, leave them down below and I'll try and get to as many as I can and help you out as best as I can. Thanks so much for tuning in. Again, I'm Brian and thanks for joining.